The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between our visitors and the New Orleans Saints. The Hallis Trophy and a date at the Super Bowl await one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He was brought down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. They lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Come on. Hit. Move it, 19. 19, 18.
Back to the well again. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving 2.
First down.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives him the first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
19, 18.
Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Past the 60.
Slot man's in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. The defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's going to bring up first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
60 back. Give
now to the running back. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Another carry for it. They're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Ready? Hey, crack all 80. Let's go.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's whole home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Motioning left is Thomas.
Ready.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Setting up the running back screen. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage. Brock, 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attack. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Yes, it's 3, not 6. But to come away with anything on the first drive in the postseason on the road, it's a great start and a tough thing to do.
3 on the board, and now he'll send this one sailing. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 2nd and 5. Throw completed by Mahomes. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Handoff now from the gun. And he's Drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's across midfield.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That one's complete, Amari on Hampton. And they nearly picked up the first down with that effort. Ball advances to the 45-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Attack! Watch out! Check! Easy! I'm coming! 15. 57.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Got his man. This is McMillan. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass caught by his tight end. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 89.
And the defense was all over that throw. Able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Yellow.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Completed over the middle. Ooh, got him close to the line to gain. Down to the 25, 3rd and maybe a yard.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd down, give to Hampton. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care if you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a first, we're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Again, it's Hampton. Running in the red zone. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
14 yards.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Draw play here, Hampton. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, though. He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Timeout taken by the defense. There's seconds. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Yellow! Attack! 180! Hey, 57! Hey, Ripple is.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Brought in. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
3rd down, they need 7.
Hold on, Mister. The color. Easy. 43. Yellow. Attack.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Catch is made in close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get some late points and the lead. And that opening series, you use this word a lot when we brought you methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. Great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
1st down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Quarterback is sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Now looking to throw. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. A dose of the hurry-up here.
Of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's gonna force 4th down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
15.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Attack!
Now it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Play action, Mahomes. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints will add to their lead at the end of the half.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints drive their lead to 11.
14. Aviators 3.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
After on the 25-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. The intended target was his running back. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ready.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 65. Ready.
He'll throw it. Trying for the deep ball. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Hand off to the back. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10 now from the 46. Hampton now up the middle. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
All right, here we go. Second down. Back to throw Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Scott slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game.
Wow.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Complete here to Hinton. He needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
Yellow. 15. Hey, 42. Yellow.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's trying to push the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. So it'll be 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And they'll fly ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
He was taken down behind.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Here's the snap on 4th. And he put everything he's got behind it. He's got it inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown. The Aviators start the 2nd half with some needed points. Tyreek Hill the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Offense is not going anywhere. They want 2 more.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in. The lead, only a field goal now.
Aviators.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. But get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's Mahomes. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
43! 43!
Throwing is Mahomes. McMillan on the slant. Still fighting forward. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints making a 9-point advantage.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game.
Aviators 11.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
70 rings, 70, here we go, here we go. Move it, 19. Move it. 18 Rattler.
To throw here on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to 44 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on a defense.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Dragon 60.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offensive line fast.
2nd down.
18, 5 in. Come back, team. Come back. Ready.
They're throwing it. That's him running the comeback. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Brooklyn 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Brooklyn.
They bring Thomas in motion. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Looking quickly here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. They'll look to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that gives them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It'll be their football and their playoff future in jeopardy as they trail. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Complete left side to Thomas. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Aviators make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal. We tie this game in the 4th.
21, Aviators 18.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Running it now out of the gun. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Yellow. Watch the edge. Hey, 57, color. 43. 43, 15. Watch out.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down. Working quickly here.
Hey, Ripley. Yellow. Hey, 57, color. 15.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Easy. Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Running right side by McMillan. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That's good for a
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Running it with Hampton. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And this one doesn't go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He has the burst over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints holding on to a field goal lead. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Now an inside give to Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
15. 180. Attack. 15, yellow.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. He's back to throw. McMillan hauls it in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
15.
He'll look to throw it. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a 9-point advantage. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Lining up now to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game.
Saints 28, Aviators 18.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Motion receiver left. Going now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Trying to set this up quick.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Working now from the gun. By Kyle Pitts. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw here. Brought in right side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
To number 20.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here we go.
We'll go with a design keeper. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the
It's a
sideline.
gain of 2.
It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of him. It's 1st and 10. Trying to push deep downfield. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Just over 40 seconds to play as they line up. 2nd and 10. Throwing off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
19, sorry, not saying 19.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Okay,
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
ready?
On the RPO, here's a throw to Thomas. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
70, trap 50, Panther 50, Panther 50.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completes another one to Thomas. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless. Kate, how many times have we sat in meetings and heard from offensive coordinators, get down to this area, we got to be able to run it. We got to be able to run it. We get time coverage, so you know what you should do? Run it.
On the set.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
Down.
And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score.
Brooklyn.
Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And that's recovered by the Saints, who are going to win this football game. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
There's Mahomes on a designed run. So it's a win for the Saints. Conference champions. A heck of an achievement, Brock. A heck of an achievement in the face of a lot of doubts from everyone outside of their building all season long.
Yeah, they're going to enjoy lifting up this George Halas trophy today. But let's all remember, when we go into those facilities, Kate, and we watch practice, they don't put up banners of conference champions. They put up banners